Hello, everybody. Welcome back to DND404. I am your DM, Tony, and join with me today are the other three colors in my rainbow. Guys, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, starting with the brilliant Jared.
What's going on, guys? Armos checking in. I'm more of a, probably blue. I'll go with blue. Bright blue kind of guy.
And what
about you, Dan?
Dan, that is me. I play Minas Pebblewalker, tiny little Swarmkeeper Ranger of the Ivory Boulders, and I'm definitely the leafy green of this rainbow.
And I'm Alec. I play Drell the Ashborn, and I am definitely the purple/violet.
Everybody, welcome to session 34 of D&D 404. You know the deal. Before we give you the recap, we got to give you the rundown. And this rundown is brought to you by Dan. Dan?
Hello, everybody. This week, we wanted to shout out our Instagram. That's DNDPod404. We got some really cool Photoshops by someone really cool and very talented, I must say. They must put a lot of work into those Photoshops. If you want to see some really cool, unique Photoshops of our episodes, go on over there. Please share and rate the show. It has been helping so immensely having y'all rate 5 stars and share it with your friends. And of course, we love hearing about what your friends think about the show. But a little thing I also wanted to mention is I posted a little secret Patreon episode. That's patreon.com/DND404. These guys don't even know about it. So if you want some super secret special content, go over there and then hit me up in the Discord with the secret phrase. That sound good? Good. Again, that's Instagram. DNDPod404. If you want to look at our other socials, they're down below. But we love you guys. Tony, hit him with the recap.
In our last session, the heroes are battling in Thumbus's Will Frey's living room, face to face against Graf Fluge, alongside with his mindless minions of undead body parts, a mix of crawling claws and grave stomping feet. As the fight rages on, Graf proves himself to be a challenge as he beats on Drell and counterspells Armos. The three heroes are literally backed into a corner as Graf advances, and in a last-ditch effort, Minas throws a bag of coughing and sneezing at Graf. This Hail Mary throw, combined with Graf's critical Constitution saving throw fail, Graf became incapacitated. This opening allows Armos and Reginald for a full frontal attack on Graf and slay him in a fiery blaze of glory. As the house burns and the heroes escape, Minas makes one last dash and raids Thumbus's bathroom, stealing all of his soft 4-ply imported toilet paper. When the heroes leave Thumbus's house, they see the city under siege by the undead. Crumbling and burning, it looks like the city of Dilmore is falling. Bard, play that intro, let's get on with the show. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the world of Humbrea, featuring 3 first-time adventurers and 1 very patient DM. This is D&D 404. The 3 of you are in the middle of Red Spring District. The city has been overrun by undead. There are crawling limbs everywhere. There are zombies. You hear dark groans in the background, the screams of innocent citizens, guards fighting. You hear yells of betrayal down alleyways. And Ulrich Shieldus is in the middle of the town helping people evacuate through the Red Square to get them out of the town while fighting hordes of the undead. Buildings are on fire. A lot of houses look like they're collapsed in on. The city is falling. I want everyone to roll me initiative right now, but you're not going to be in combat just yet. I just want that number.
It's a 15 for Minas.
It's a 16 for Drell.
I got a 5.
I was going to say, all great numbers. Until
I used all my good ones that last fight. No more in the chamber.
Now, fellas, you also did level up off that Graf fight.
Yeah.
The effects of the level up will happen when you just take a rest. Now, because we're going to get a little metagamey here, when you level up, everything does go to full. So regardless if you take a short rest or a long rest, you will receive the same benefit because you leveled up. However, you need to rest for at least an hour, and the situation that you are in, an hour is a lot of times for things to go bad to worse. Okay, so you really got to think about what your next move is here. Reginald pipes up and goes, "Oh, I kind of feel at home here. I don't know about the screams. It's like a Making me kind of sleepy. I think I get used to this.
Ulrich, are you all right?
Ulrich flourishes his shields as he wipes a bunch of blood off them, as he like flicks them to the side. He looks at you. He's still very dapper, well dressed. He's not wearing any armor. He just has his 2 kite shields on his arms, and he goes, I can't say I'm in the worst position, but I could be better.
You need some help? What do you need us to do?
It's like, just a bunch of zombies around. So Ulrich jots over to you and he goes, listen, the town's guard and the Red Guard members have already started evacuating anybody they can find. Some of the Red Guard with their captain have headed to the knots to get some of the people out. There's no exit in the knots. Those people are kind of stuck. There's also a massive beast in the knots that I'm pretty sure they've already gone head to head with. Remember that giant that hero brought in, that mercenary? Well, it woke up and it's slamming around a giant club. I'm sure the captain and the other Red Guard members have their hands full with that. On top of that, it looks like some of the double agents that were in the Red Guard have revealed themselves on Graf's command and have started fighting back. It looks like they're trying to take over the city, and it looks like it's working. I'm staying here, helping people get to the evacuation point. There's going to be an encampment set up a few miles out of town, just east of the town, about 2-3 miles out.
Well, best of luck with that. I'm just kidding. Fuck, dude, I'm so torn because I am fucking hurt right now. But I feel like we really need to help these people. I guess like what's the immediate situation in the area that we're in right now? Like, what does it look like? Like maybe
so any alleyway you look down, there's a zombie eating a body. There are zombies scattered around you, maybe like 40-50 feet away, that are kind of just preoccupied with fighting any guards that are still standing, eating stuff on the floor, and then screams in the distance. You got some people trying to put out some fires, that like some smaller stores, like they're trying to save whatever they got, and it's not really helping. It's just complete chaos around you. When you start moving, unless you're being really sneaky about it, you're probably going to be like neck deep in zombies.
Well, is he still there because he can't get out by himself, or he's just trying to hold these people off?
He's trying to save people as they're leaving town. So you see like people running, and as Ulrich is talking to you, he's like motioning his hand to any survivors running, and he's like pointing. He's like, head this way, head to the East Capitol Road, right outside of town. You'll see some more guards. Follow them. They'll take you to safety. And you see like every couple of moments, 3 more citizens are going to run that way, and they're trying to dodge anything that's trying to attack them. South of you guys, you do hear more of that larger groan. It's that giant that Ulrich was referring to, and it sounds like he's causing chaos in the knots.
Well, as hurt as I am, I don't know if we should just let that zombie just wreak havoc in the knots. What do you guys say we go down there and try to put a stop to it?
Well, we need to make sure that our pals from the Thieves' Forge are okay. I don't know if they made it out of there.
Ulrich goes to you when you mention the shadow smugglers. I haven't heard from the 3 of them since this all went down.
So it looks like we're headed to the knots then.
Not about to leave some comrades behind. Ain't that right, Thumbus? And I slap Thumbus on the butt.
Hit you.
Dude,
It came back. He was some in my beard. He was some of that dust in my beard. Hit you. He's having another sneezing fit. So as you guys are in the Red Spring district, he's like, oh, the store, my store. And he tries to go and run towards his establishment.
Isn't he tied up still? How is he running away?
Oh, did you untie him?
Fuck no.
Oh, let me
that's
go.
true. I didn't untie him.
Yeah, I never untied him. I threw him out the window.
That's a good point.
My store. Oh, my store. Please, let me go.
Thumbus, how close is your store? Do you have any info about those people in there?
I don't know. I gotta go look. Oh, God. Oh, man, I hope Gretchen's there.
Is there anything useful in there that would help us out here?
No, I do know I have some security in there.
How close is it, though?
It's pretty close. It's actually on the map.
Oh.
You can kind of see, because you're like right in the middle. He has like one of the bigger stores in town.
I want to try to see if we can see if there's any of the Red Guard that seems like they're trying to help the people, that we can just drop Thumbus off with.
Yeah, that's good.
Get this guy to Treus Bugs, and then we go off and do our own thing.
So Ulrich did say that Treus is in the knots right now, probably fighting that giant undead thing. You do see like red guard members towards the evacuation point, and they're kind of like, get out of here, come on, this way, go, 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 while they're like fighting these crawling hands and zombies in the streets. There's like no organized outpost. They're just like kind of scattered all over the place.
Cool.
So you want to make sure he's in safe hands and you're okay
I
with
want to
it.
like trying to just drop him off to anyone else.
So he really wants to go to a store. You have a decision. You can let him go to a store, which isn't too far. If that's how he wants to go out. Or you can try to go to a guard, but he's very adamant of heading towards the store anyway. It's just his personality. So
I don't care what he wants.
He's tied up.
He's been screwing over the people. I'm just gonna drop him off with the guards.
I mean, this is technically his fault. So
All of it.
yeah. Why am I gonna do what he wants? Yeah. So yeah, I run over to the guards with Thumbus and I go, "Hey, can you guys just make sure this guy gets to the evacuation zone? We're gonna have to talk to him with Treyas later. Treyas Buggs is definitely gonna want to talk to this guy."
don't untie him.
Yeah.
my store,
And
my
he
store.
doesn't need to sneeze. He's faking it.
The guard goes, oh, you think he's behind all this?
We don't know yet. We're still trying to figure that out. All we know is that Treyas Buggs, your boss, is going to want to talk to this guy alive later, okay?
Understood. He puts, 2 fingers
What's
in
the
his...
guard's name?
Really gonna make me think.
Yo, what's your badge number, just in case?
Yeah.
Who am I dropping him off with? Can I get a receipt?
Is this really imperative right now?
Yep.
Of course it's imperative. We need to know who we're dropping it off with.
Have the receipts.
Also, Drell looks around to see if he sees a cleric.
Oh, you want my name? My name is Arturo Escobar, loyal Red Guard member, loyal to Treyas Buggs, the most faithful captain that Dilmore has ever seen. It all started when I was 3 years old. I always wanted to be a brave fighter, guided by the light.
10
Okay,
minutes
okay,
just running
cool.
the other direction.
Are you a cleric?
Arturo puts 2 fingers in his mouth and whistles over a loud, sharp whistle, and 2 guards come over, and he goes, "Take Thumbus to the encampment and keep him bound. Treyas is gonna want to have a word with him." They go, "Aye," and they pick up Thumbus and they carry him off along with some other people to where the camp would be.
Awesome.
Thumbus is officially out of your hands.
Sweet. I give Drell my greater healing potion and tell him
Oh,
to
sick.
drink
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I definitely drink it. Oh my god, that was big.
All right, and everybody gather around. All right, before we all head out. Sid, do the thing.
Me?
Sid, the thing. And he whispers, aid. Cast aid, Sid. Come on, aid.
Me. And he like rubs his 2 wooden stony nubs together. He goes, me, and like he emanates a tiny color. What color is he emanating?
I think it's blue. I think he usually is
He
blue.
goes,
It's a good color.
And the energy inside him glows bluer and bluer, and then it like pops a little bit, like it just leaves his body just a little bit. All of you turn blue for just a second. You now have the benefit of aid.
Again, that does what?
5 additional hit points to your max and 5 added to your HP.
While you guys are having this conversation, everyone roll me a quick attack roll.
An
One
attack.
d20.
Yeah, like you're making a standard attack.
Shit.
That's an 8.
19.
14.
So while you guys were taking Thumbus over to the guards, 2 zombies started rushing over. You handed Thumbus off to the guard. The guards came and they took him and started running to the evacuation point. You guys turned around and 2 zombies took a swipe. Miss, you get hit with 3 points of damage as one swipes down on you. And as you get hit, you try to, uppercut with your weapon and miss. Drell's axe and Armos's Eldritch Blast take them out. So periodically, if you guys are doing like RP stuff, I have like a timer on to the side. I'm going to ask you guys to roll random attack rolls as if like you're fighting and going. So it's not like painfully long combat.
Whoa, close call. All right, I think it's time to go to the knots, guys.
You 3 run through the town, dodging and evading zombies. Minus, as you're running through, the screams to you are a little bit louder and a little more vivid as you're running past these people who are just getting cornered by zombies. You're pretty confident you saw a mother and her child just get overtaken as you run past them. And although you're trying to help the greater cause here, running by people as they're getting eaten is affecting you in some way.
I mean, I think he's definitely been taught through the tribe that death is a part of life, but it doesn't make it easier for Minas, being one of the more emotional minotaurs in his clan, right? So it's kind of hard, and he's kind of biting almost completely through his lip to move on and go help his friends.
Real life is hitting him pretty hard right now.
You guys make it to the knots. I want everyone to make me one more attack check as you are fighting zombies.
19.
16.
17.
You guys are running through the streets, bobbing and weaving. Limbs are hurling over you from rooftop to rooftop. The sounds of screams become louder, and zombies try to lunge at you from dark alleyways and from behind boxes and broken carts, or they're busy eating somebody on the street. Armos, you're Eldritch blasting left and right. You killed about 3 zombies in the path. Minas, you're taking them out down the street, trying to clear a path for yourself. And Drell, you are protecting your sides as anything that lunges at the group, like any secret little dark alleyways, you're just batting them away. The knots is looking way worse than the Red District. It is completely ablaze. Buildings have completely collapsed on top of each other. There are more dead bodies here than you've seen in the rest of the town. There are zombies, crawling limbs, and there are guards taking their last stand, fighting there's 3 zombies to 1 for every 1 guard here. And in the middle, standing on a small bridge, like over like a man-made river, is a giant zombie ogre. Standing in front of it is Treyas Buggs, parrying and deflecting its giant fist and club as it's swinging down on it. So we are going to start with initiative, okay? Monsters and company will all go on the same initiative as always, along with Treyas and guards. The ogre is also, his belly is completely ripped open. As he groans and swings, just whatever's left inside of him is falling out, leaving a trail of limbs. He also has a lot of crawling hands all over his body.
It's so gross.
As they are coming in and out of his stomach.
Actually disgusting.
They are moving around his body like spiders. We're going to start the initiative at initiative 20. Nothing really happens at the moment, but on initiative 20, you do see another building collapse in the distance. Drell, what are you doing?
I guess since we kind of all run up next to each other, I am going to I'm gonna take the bag of blood shards and I'm gonna turn to Minas and I'm gonna hand it to him.
Son of a bitch. I was so excited. I was like, it's happening. It's happening.
No fucking shot.
I was like, you read my mind. That's the right call.
We need to get that bag. Almost. We need to get that bag.
I nod to him.
Oh,
He's almost like stretch out his hand thinking he's about to receive the bag.
Oh yeah. I'm like, oh.
I'm gonna look at Minas. I'm gonna say, all right, you gotta hold on to this because I'm pretty hurt, and if I go down, I don't want the wrong people to get the bag. And whatever you do, and I whisper this part, I go, don't give it to Armos.
You guys should give it to me.
And then I just run straight forward towards the giant or the ogre as I unravel the cloth from my around the giant slayer, and I pull that out instead. Oh, that's kind of far. Okay, then I will dash action. So what is that, 60 feet? To try to get as close as I can to Treyas in the ogre.
You go ahead and take a dash action, and you are bobbing and weaving in between the hordes of zombies as the zombies are still preoccupied with whatever they're already fixated on. As you run through, you see that they kind of not paying any mind to you as they are focused on whatever their task is at the moment, whether they're eating somebody, attacking a guard, or lumbering about. It's going to go to initiative 15. Minas, make me a perception check. Huh.
Perception check, that would be a nice old 18.
Just on to your side, when you look to your left, you see a zombie eating a corpse. As you come into field of view, the zombie stops what he's doing and sharply turns towards you. You notice that there are a couple other zombies ahead of you that all sharply turn their heads in your direction.
Minas, you might want to give me that bag.
I can't do that, Armos. Drell trusted that bag to me with his life. And I stuff it in my backpack. I'm bound by honor. Minus steps slightly forward into the fray. He kind of looks down at a corpse next to him, gets a little sad, but then pumps himself up and just goes, all right, time to get in the fight. And he's going to start launching bullets. One to the zombie that just turned sharply at me first. And that's going to be a 20.
That hits. That hits.
So that's 8 points of damage with my sling.
With the sling, you shoot it right through his dumb zombie head, and it just drops.
Perfect. And then I shoot at the next one with my extra attack. Probably just one in front of me, between me and Drell. Thank goodness I have halfling luck. Oh my lord. 21. And that's a 9.
Dead.
And I will bonus action ensnaring strike while I'm at it.
It's going to move to enemies and company. As the ogre and Treyas begin to trade blows with each other, one of the dead bodies, that the one you just looked at, Minas, begins to contort and get up as it has now risen from being eaten.
Oh, wow.
To your right, 2 zombies bum rush you. You're going to lunge and attack. Ooh, they both miss as you hear these wet snaps, these wet bloody snaps as they go to bite your neck as you dodge out of the way at the very last second.
Tuck and roll, Sid. Tuck and roll.
The zombies ahead of you that are just out of their movement start to make their way towards you as they just push the guards that they're fighting out of the way. About 3 advance towards you, running right past Drell. The ogre, you hear a powerful swing come from the ogre. The ogre feints an attack and then comes straight down on a slam and gets a nat 20 on Treyas.
Jeez.
Treyas gets slammed down so hard that the concrete below him gets indented. He looks very bloodied from this one hit as his ogre makes the luckiest strike with 32 points of damage. When the club lifts from the ground, he does not get up just yet. Drell, you can see that his armor cracked when it got hit. It's going to move to initiative 5, Armos. You notice that the eye is locked onto you and is locked onto Minas.
I have the... Oh, from my book? Is what you're talking
Yes. Yeah, the eyeball in your tome appears.
about? Yes.
And is eyeing you and is eyeing Minas. Make me a charisma saving throw of a DC 17 for me.
Armos, why are you looking at me like that?
So, I got an 8.
Remember when Drell busted out of the room to a non-copyrighted version of Highway to Hell?
Yes.
You start to feel the same, maybe not rage, dedication and focus. Minas, make me a perception check for me.
What, 2? I mean, 6.
You are focused on these zombies.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
16.
Don't do
A 16?
16.
You look back at Armos and you see that he's heading in your direction.
Fuck yeah!
Armos? Armos, come on, let's fight.
I got the devil eyes locked on you.
Drell, something's happening.
Dark vision in the text.
Armos and Reginald both have what looks like demon sight activated in their eyes. It's completely red over. Armos, I'm going to pull you into a little side chat real quick. So here's what's going to happen. You are feeling the side effects of these blood shards because you still have a few on you. You have the one that's socketed in the book. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Until you break free from this charm, let's say, you are focused. Any action you take has to be in benefit of getting that bag. Whether you prep
100%.
to get that bag, whether you
right now.
attack Minas to get that bag, and if he goes to defend himself, you're going to start being more aggressive towards him. While you're under this effect, anything you do is to get this bag.
Oh, I'm getting it right now.
Awesome.
I get it this turn. 100%. But yeah, I will play that up.
Your eyes are completely red. You have demon sight activated. Your horns start to crack like you are in the pocket realm. Reginald, you know how he has black fur? It's like the tip of his fur it started to highlight white. Like he's in a little transforming progress. As you change, he's changing with you.
He's evolving.
He's reacting how you are reacting. Let's go back.
Oh, hey, here I am.
Armos, it is your initiative.
Oh man, there's so many. Okay, Menace, I need the bag. It is for the greater good. All of these zombies, and I point all around here, are gonna keep attacking you. And I have quadruple your life right now. There's no way we're getting out of this alive unless you give me that bag.
Armos, this is not the time. Look at all these zombies. What do you mean?
Menace, this is your last warning.
Am I missing something? What? Why do we need to do this now?
All the zombies are focused on that bag.
I'll be fine. Just fight, Armos. Menace is so confused.
Menace, are you giving him the bag?
Not now.
Okay. Armos, take your action.
I Eldritch Blast the big boy and Menace while trying to reach for the
Excuse me?
try to reach for the bag.
Well, it's in my backpack that is on my back.
Yeah, Reginald's also, by the way, going after it as well. So I'll Eldritch Blast one of the closest zombies just to prove a point that I can easily kill all these things. And then I'll hit Menace with an Eldritch Blast to show him that I mean business.
Roll to hit.
Oh, what? I was going to do the zombie, but I got a 7. I mean Menace? Okay, so I'm guessing a 7 misses the zombie.
7 misses the zombie.
Damn it. All right, to Menace. It's a 20.
My God.
You got a nat 20?
No, dirty.
This is about to
dirty
become
20.
some whole other kind of podcast.
This whole thing would be so easy if you just give me the bag.
But you're not telling me why.
Roll for damage. And Menace is knocked 10 feet forward.
5.
Menace, you take 5 points of damage as an Eldritch Blast hits you in the back, knocking you closer to the group of zombies heading at your way as you slide 10 feet forward. We're going to go back to initiative 20. The city begins to burn more, and I'm assuming Menace's feelings are hurt.
We'll get to that on my initiative.
For no particular reason, Armos, you're 1, Menace, you're 2, Drell, you're 3.
2. All right, 2 down.
For what?
Armos, make me a dexterity saving throw for me.
Wait, I'm 3 for what?
No word.
12.
12. So I rolled a 1, so it's targeting Armos. Armos, as you do this Eldritch Blast, as you shoot this Eldritch Blast to knock Menace forward, the building next to you collapses from the flame as debris starts to fall down as fiery rubble land next to you, and you get out of the way, sidestepping 5 feet to get out of the collateral damage here. We're going to go to initiative 16. Drell, make me a perception check.
Okay. That is a 7.
With all the commotion that's going on and you running toward, you making a dash action towards the ogre, you did not hear that conversation that happened behind you between Menace and Drell. Menace and Armos.
It's 30 feet. Okay.
You can make it to Treyas and the undead ogre in this turn with 1 move action.
I'm gonna run up to Treyas. Can I like help him up real quick, like as a free action?
Not as a free action.
So is he knocked prone right now?
He is knocked prone. As you go over, the giant club that the ogre's wielding lifts from the ground as you see Treyas knocked prone onto his back, groaning and bloodied as blood drips from his mouth. He goes, "Ah," as he's like going to get up.
Okay. Then I want to place myself in between Treyas and the ogre, and I'll look back at him and be like, "Don't worry, man. I got this."
My brother.
And then I'm gonna just go ahead and take a swipe at the ogre.
Roll a hit.
Fuck, that's only an 11.
Roll for damage.
Oh my god, it hits. Nice. Oh, can I bonus action go into a rage?
Absolutely, you can.
Oh my god, I just fucking... Yes. Okay, hold on. That is gonna be 32 damage.
Woo!
So yeah, I think it's kind of just like that epic moment where Trace Buggs is like super hurt, and then like the first thing he sees as the club like lifts off of him is like my back, because like I'm standing in between him and ogre, and then I like turn back to him. I say what I say, and then he just kind of sees me just lunge straight at the ogre, and just I'm trying to make the hole in his stomach that's like bleeding body parts like just even bigger.
You slash him across the stomach as the giant wound in his belly becomes that much bigger, and it rips and tears into his skin. It looks like he's almost cut in half. And he goes as he like lunges backwards and regains his composure. And he's looking at you, and you see him eye up into the distance and then back at you and go and spit and phlegm and blood spray onto you.
So question, you said if I on a successful attack, the enemy's knocked prone? Is that what you said?
He needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Absolutely. He passed.
Fuck.
Yeah. He has very good strength. Minas, you just got hit with this Eldritch Blast from your so-called friend. You are now face to face with a group of zombies. You were counting 4 of them that are within swiping distance from you.
And this is now having probably the worst day of his life. He looks up, dizzy, after getting hit, his concentration now gone, his ensnaring strike now gone. He looks over at Armos, and knowing he still needs to be in the battle, he yells, Armos, what the fuck are you doing, Armos? And he just keeps fighting. He's like, we'll talk about this later. Cut it out. We need to fight. And he shoves his javelin at the one to his right.
As you talk to Armos and between your attack, go ahead and make me a quick religion check.
10.
After you finish your statement, you see a slight light just beyond him, just beyond Reginald on his shoulder, like a small glimmering light the size of like a pixie for just a moment. And when you see that light, just the tiniest second, you feel that comfort and warmth that you felt at Kara's Grotto many weeks ago. Go ahead and make me your attack roll.
Yep, so that is a 21.
That hits.
So that's 10 points of piercing damage.
You shove the javelin right through the zombie skull, and you got it down to like a science where if you keep hitting the head, they're gonna keep dropping.
Right.
So as one of them goes down, go ahead and make your extra attack.
That's a 28.
Oh, let me just check his monster stat block. Hold on. Yeah, that hits.
And that's another 9 points of damage. And can I try and do... Are we using cleave again with this swarm?
Yes, go ahead and make a cleave roll with your swarm.
Yeah. And a full 6 for my swarm.
You see that the swarm jumps on to another zombie to fight it. A third zombie. Keep him distracted. It does not fall, but it does take 6 points of damage.
Yeah, okay, perfect. And I think he nearly takes down 3 zombies and looks back and is just like, Armos, I think I'm the only one taking care of anything here. I think I'm the one most fit to have these gems. Look around you. As he's the only one that's taken out any monsters so far. And he looks hurt and starts walking towards Drell, taking an opportunity attack.
12.
Does not hit.
The zombie lazily swipes as he's distracted by your swarm as you dash past it. We're going to move to initiative 10, which is Monsters of Company. Treyas on his turn gets up, wipes the blood from his mouth, looks to Drell, he goes, thank you, brother. Let's get back in the game, shall we? And he swings his sword straight up above him as a blinding light surrounds Treyas, Minas, and Drell. Almost, you are just out of range. You all have +2 to your AC.
Oh, wow.
Oh, hell yeah.
As he casts Shield of Faith. That's going to be his turn. Drell. So all these zombies are actually going to turn around and start heading back to Minus's direction. The one that took an opportunity attack is going to swipe at you again with a nat fucking 20.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that was extremely lucky.
Wait, the one it towards me?
No, I'm sorry. No, so the one that... So as Minus was running in your direction, there are 2 zombies attacking Minus. One of them got a crit hit on Minus.
Oh, I thought the monster was attacking Drell.
No. Sorry
I
about
was
that.
so scared.
You take 10 points of damage as this thing latches onto you and bites deep into the crook of your neck, between your neck and your shoulder. The zombie behind Armos that was looking like he was going to gang up on him runs past him and starts to make his way towards you down the alleyway. You see that a zombie was going to make it, but a guard managed to stab it in the back of the head.
Oh, sick.
As it was running past him, taking an opportunity attack from the guard.
Brother, nice hit.
Anything for a good friend. And it's that guard that you drew the picture for a few days ago, and he gives you a wink, the one you helped. And you look at his leg, and it's like all bandaged up, and he's back into the fight.
Oh my gosh, what's his name again?
Drell, you're gonna...
What?
As he goes...
I never got your name, sir.
Well, a good friend should always know each other's name. My name is the Great, and the flame roars between the two of you as he yells his name. Drell, the ogre, as he's finishing yelling and throwing up blood on you, he's gonna go ahead and take a swing of his club.
Oh boy.
Dirty 20.
Fuck. That's literally with shield. That's my AC. So that's
Yikes. Okay. So this thing has a +4 strength, by the way. This thing's fucking powerful. Ooh, that's good for me. No. You take 10 points of damage as this club sideswipes you. It is bludgeoning damage. So you're going to go ahead and take half and take 5 points of damage.
Okay, perfect.
So yeah, this thing takes a side swipe at you as it hits you with its giant meaty club. You are also going to take 4 additional attacks as the crawling hands that are going in and out of his body are going to jump and try to lunge onto you. That's wow. Natural 20 on one of the hands and a natural fail. I rolled a 20 and a 1. That's absolutely crazy. And the other 2 miss. 3 hands fly. One of them falls into the river beside you as they got a nat 1 and failed. There's a little small splash happens, gets you a little wet. It's a little refreshing in all this heat. The one that got a crit will it's going to land on you and start to scratch into your skin. 4 points of damage.
So is that slashing?
It is slashing.
So 2 points of damage.
It's going to do 2 points of damage. Look at that. Look at that. You're so angry, you don't even care. It is now going to go to Armos' initiative. Armos.
This is silly.
Reginald is seething. He goes, let him get away.
I'm gonna have to Eldritch Blast the 2 guys in front of me just to be able to move up to him to try to grab at the bag, I think.
Make me a wisdom saving throw with DC 15 to see if that thought even crosses your mind.
13.
You don't care that you have to run through the zombies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't care either.
You move up to Menace, prompting 2 attacks of opportunity. A 19 and a nat 1.
Well, the 19 hits.
Yeah, you take 5 points of damage as it slices into you.
I walk straight past him, getting hit and not even flinching. As I walk dead-eyed, beelining straight to Menace. And I said, Menace, I need that bag. This is your last warning. And I cast True Strike. And I start powering up for next turn.
Menace, are you going to hand him the bag?
No. Not without a proper explanation.
I'm the only way you get out of this situation. Again, last warning.
Menace, as you're close to him, you notice that his appearance is slightly altered. His horns appear a little more crooked, a little more skewed. They look a little cracked, and you can see a little flame in the cracks, as well as his eyes are red. And Reginald has the same red eyes, and the tips of his fur look like they're fading white.
And I'm charging my lasers.
Yeah, and you're charging your lasers.
It is going to go back to initiative 20. I'm gonna make a quick roll here. 4, nothing happens. We're gonna go to initiative 16. Drell.
Can I do another perception check to see, because they're all closer to me, to see if I can hear what's going on with them?
Yeah, go ahead and make me a perception check to see if you overhear what's going on.
Okay. It's so fucking annoying. It's a 6.
As far as you're concerned, you have a massive ogre and a new brother in arms that he's trying his best to help protect you.
Okay. And then I guess I'll kind of just look at Atreus and give him the nod for the shield that he gave me. And I'll just lunge forward again and then try to go for the legs of the ogre. It's a 22.
Ooh, that hits. Roll for damage.
It's another 22 points of damage to monster. Like I said, I kind of just look at Treyas, I give him the nod, and then I already sliced him in the stomach, and then I'm trying to go ahead and take out his legs because I'm trying to knock him over, so he has to do another Constitution saving throw.
So he failed that, and as you slash at his legs, you completely take him off his feet, and he lands on his back.
Perfect.
This thing is looking really teared up. Minis and Armos and even some of the zombies start to shake as the ground trembles as this massive beast falls on its back as Drell just completely swept him off his feet. We're going to move to initiative 15. Minis.
Yes, sir. Minis knows something is clearly wrong right now, and Armos' eyes are glowing, and this is not what he's used to. But he's still holding true to his bond with his buddy Drell. He's like, Armos, I don't know what's going on with you, but we need to take care of business here. It doesn't matter who has the gems, right? And he takes another jab at the zombie that's attacking him. And that's a 16.
That hits.
Awesome. 9 points of damage.
This thing drops. The zombie gets stabbed in the head with your javelin as he lets go of his bite on your neck and falls to the floor.
I'm also going to throw my javelin at the giant with my second attack.
It's on the floor, it's prone, and it's far away. You are going to take disadvantage on this attack.
That's absolutely fine.
Roll it.
I really want to hit this guy. So the lower is a 17.
That hits.
I got real lucky.
Roll for
with that.
damage.
14 points of piercing damage. I'm also going to attack it again. Some of my swarm was on the spear as I threw it, and they hit him for another 1 point of force damage. Or piercing. I think they're piercing damage. And then I also mark it as my favored foe and do another 2 points of damage.
This thing is looking real messed up. As it starts to tear at the seams where it looks like somebody put it back together. The hands start to crawl back onto it on that attack, and as it falls on the floor and between the javelin, as it's opening new wounds on his body, more crawling hands start to come out.
After killing one zombie and wounding this giant, he runs up to Drell and he's like, Drell, we got an issue. Armos is going crazy for these blood shards.
What do you mean?
Look at him. He points at Armos with his glowing red eyes.
Treyas looks over at Armos when you say that to Drell, and he goes, he's under the persuasion of the gems.
Okay, Cliff Notes, what does that mean?
Okay, you know how these gems have ultimate evil power?
Yeah, yes.
Well, they tend to sway how people think.
Okay.
So we can
What,
talk
is
more
it
about this later.
Yes, of course.
It will become permanent if he stays in that state. The longer he stays in that state, the less of a chance he has to snap out of it.
If we hit him or something, will that possibly get him out of that state?
No, unfortunately, it's he has to take himself out of it.
Oh no.
What about if he goes unconscious?
Well, I think unconscious not takes care of everything, huh?
Drell nods.
We're gonna help you, buddy.
Round 10. Initiative 10. The crawling hands gather up and start to leave the body of the giant ogre. Like spiders along the wall, it's going to travel and is going to go through the legs of Drell and around him. Drell, you can make an opportunity attack on one of these hands.
So I couldn't cleave him. Like if I get a good swing, I couldn't take out more than one.
Not an attack of opportunity, no.
It's because that would just be too good, right?
It would be.
It's
yeah.
a 23 to hit.
Oh, that hits. So you go
Sick.
ahead and you kick one of these into a wall that splatters
Sick.
as it tries to go through your leg. Minis, you're going ahead and going to take 5 attacks from these claws.
Heyo.
Does a 19 and a 15 hit?
The 19 does.
The 19 does. Cool. You're going to take 3 points of damage as this claw lunges onto your face, kind of like a face hugger, and starts to dig in.
He does a backflip and successfully gets away from all the hits. It's like, ha ha, you can't hit me. And then the one hits him at the end.
The ogre is going to get up and is going to swipe at Treyas.
Can't. I'm in front of him.
Oh, you're right between. Okay, so
Yeah, we never moved the character.
he's going to
pieces.
attack at you.
Do it, bitch.
So he hits you with a dirty 20.
Fuck, again? Dude,
Yeah.
why is this guy rolling so good? Literally the one time my AC's at 20 and he hits me fucking back-to-back times.
You take 13 points of bludgeoning damage, halved as this club swipes across you again. I'm going to do a couple extra rolls here. That hits, that does not. That hits, that does not. Cool. So out in the distance, you notice that there are more zombies heading into the battle as they are trying to rush down the alleyways. And there are still guards fighting. So one of the crawling claws that attacked Minus goes away because there's a guard right here. So a crawling hand was killed by a random guard, and a zombie was killed by a random guard.
So did the two zombies next to Armos just watch him, or did they try to attack him too?
Thank you for reminding me. They are moving towards Minus.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, Minus. It's not what I was hoping for.
So Minus is going to take 2 more attacks. Wow, a little snitch,
Wow,
dude.
DMD. Look at this. Who's
Giving
the
us
fucking
the shit
pet
last episode. Now look at him.
Wow.
Well, I was hoping they'd fucking attack the guy that's attacking my other friend, dude. Okay, shit.
A 18 and a 23, Minus.
What the fuck? These
Yeah.
guys hit that hard? Jesus.
I rolled a 19 and 15 plus their buffs.
Yeah.
So for the listeners at home, we have a giant battle going on. There are countless hordes of zombies that are constantly entering the fight on every initiative 20. So there's a lot of little tokens to manage, and sometimes I forget to. And we have good players that like to remind me that their friends are in danger. So that's what's happening.
I like to remind you in hopes that the DM attacks the other player that's attacking the other player. And
You take 4 points of damage as a zombie bites your other shoulder, and you take 2 points of damage as one just comes down with its sharp claw. We are going to go to initiative. Oh, and then Treyas is going to go. How can I forget? The paladin. Treyas swings his mighty greatsword up again. He goes, sight beyond sight, truth beyond truth, beam of the moon, and a silvery beam comes from the tip of his sword, shrouded in this moon essence right at the undead ogre, dealing 11 points of damage as it goes right through his chest. The ogre falls back down. I just need to roll a quick DC for him real quick, and we're gonna roll this. Can everyone see my roll real quick in D20? Undead Fortitude. If damage reduces a zombie to 0 hit points, it must make a Constitution saving throw with a DC of 5 plus the damage he has taken, unless the damage is from radiant or critical hit on success. Oh, he's dead because it is radiant damage.
Oh.
This ogre gets a moonbeam straight through the chest, goes "Ugh," as the undead light fades from his gross eyes, and he falls.
Drell, this feels kind of anticlimactic. Usually we finish the monsters.
yeah.
Huh. I'm not
Normally,
used to this.
As the great sword comes down, he goes, and he blows this moon type smoke from the blade. Flourishes his blade. He turns around. He goes, let's go ahead and take care of your friend. Armos, going to initiative 5.
Blasting. Okay, so big dude's dead. All the other zombies are still rocking and rolling.
Yep.
Right.
Shambling and strutting.
I march as close as I can to Menace. Menace, this is your last chance.
I thought last time was the last chance. Drell, help! He's getting angrier.
Reginald is yelling over to Menace as well. He goes, give him the bag now. We need the bag now.
No.
I cast Eldritch Blast.
So one of those Eldritch Blasts has to be at Menace.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll a hit.
By the way, I have advantage, so...
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so the first one's gonna be at the zombie. Okay, so that was a 16, and...
That hits the zombie.
So damage is 4 to the zombie.
Okay, the zombie gets knocked back 10 feet.
All right, so this is the roll to hit Menace.
Oh boy.
17!
Misses.
Does it really?
You have
No?
advantage.
Okay. Woo. Okay. No. It was 17 and something else. 17 was the highest.
Oh my god. Thank goodness for the Shield of Faith.
Yeah, so it was a 6 and a 17.
Armos has made his statement again as he launches an Eldritch Blast at you that whizzes by your head.
Last warning shot.
Make me a religious check real quick for me, Menace.
You better come to God real quick.
7.
For just a moment, as that blast whizzes by your head, you feel that same guiding light just over his shoulder between Reginald and Armos. Does not have any specific shape, You're not even sure what it is. You just feel that brief comfort as the Eldritch Blast whizzes by you as you are like unfazed by the attack as you're focused on this.
I feel pretty phased, actually. My feelings are phased.
We are going to go back to initiative 20. The sounds of groans become ever more present as more zombies begin to enter the battlefield. You notice that as the fight has been going on, any citizens that have been running through as the guards have been navigating through the city streets to get them away from this ogre, you don't see any more people. But there are still plenty of dead bodies to go around, and even some of them start to get up. And roll the 1. Armos, make me a dexterity saving throw, please, as a building collapses from the flames just behind you.
He's the only one that's getting hit by these.
Yeah, keep rolling a 1.
19.
You dodge out of the way as that building collapses as a deep fog shrouds over you.
And he doesn't even flinch, still locked eyes on that.
The red
bag.
eyes appear before everybody else before you stand unfazed. We're gonna go to initiative 16, Drill. More zombies and crawling hands are entering the fray. Guards are now overwhelmed as it becomes 3-1. What are you doing?
All right, I'm gonna sling my giant slayer. I'm gonna pull out my axe. Okay, so I'm gonna run up to Armos, and I am going to swing my axe at him, and I'm gonna try to just trip him with my axe to like knock him on the ground.
So you want to do non-lethal damage to him?
Well, I mean, I want to do damage to him, but I obviously can't kill him. So, but yeah, and I did bonus action marmalade, so.
You bonus action marmalade, your axe becomes encrusted over with this frost magic as you go to bunt Armos with the broadside of your blade. Go ahead and roll a hit, man.
That is a 19.
Armos?
Oh, it hits.
I bet it does. Roll for damage.
And hold on. I'm burning a superiority die to do the trip attack. So when you hit with a weapon, you can spend in a superiority die, add to the damage total. Also, Armos has to make a strength saving throw of a DC 15. On failure, he's knocked prone. 23 damage that I do to Armos, and he's got to roll the strength saving throw real quick.
All right, so I got -1. I rolled a 3, so it's actually a 2.
So he's now knocked prone, and I kind of just want to look at him and be like, Armos, we're your friends. What are you doing? Rather than helping us fight these things, all you care about is the damn bag of blood shards. And this is the exact reason that I couldn't give them to you, because you're so blinded by them. It's all you think about. You couldn't give a shit about Minas or I. Minas has been getting attacked, not only by you, but by all these zombies and all the hands. Look around. And that is gonna be my turn.
I'm biting my nails, bro. That was fucking awesome.
That's good.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Oh, yes.
A 16 and a 14.
You break from this charm? Question mark? You would no longer have this intent that you need this bag and you have to do everything in your power to get this bag. You now have your free will back.
Woo!
So to speak. Your horns go back to normal slowly as Reginald's fur returns back to all black and your demon sight goes away.
Whoa. Reginald, what the hell was that?
Well, us upholding our end of the deal, obviously.
That was not like how it's ever been.
Intense was awesome, right? Don't you just feel the adrenaline flowing through you? Minas, it is your initiative.
Minas is full crying like Tony Chopper from One Piece, and he's like, thank goodness, Armos is back. All right, let's take care of business, Armos. And he starts slinging bullets around. So yeah, I'm just going to sling bullets at the 2 zombies next to the officer in front of me to try and help him out.
Okay.
That is a 13 and an 18.
Both hit.
Nice. That's 9 and 6.
One of them drops as the other one looks very messed up as its
As it takes 4 points of damage from my swarm.
And it goes down. You swipe it, you go, huh, I thought I had that one. And then your swarm goes, me, and just knock its head clean off its shoulders.
Good job, boys. I'm so proud of everybody right now. I'm not crying, it's just the rain.
Everything's on fire. There's no rain.
Yep.
Is that the end of your initiative?
Oh, yeah.
Treyas looks at the carnage that is going on, sees the crawling hands on the floor, and he looks at a distance. He turns to you boys, and he goes, looks like there's more coming to the party. As you look south, down the main roads and the alleyways, you hear large amounts of groans as a horde of undead approach from the south. The zombies are going to take their turn to make an initiative towards you. There are 4 crawling hands by you, Menace, and 1 zombie, and all of them are going to make an attack towards you. Everything else is just out of range. The guards that were kind of fighting in the alleyway have completely been overtaken by the horde. Treyas is the last red guard standing as he stands next to you guys. Those 2 attacks miss. And 19, the crawling hand is going to slap you and then flip you off with an astounding 3 points of damage. Initiative 5. Armos, you are on the floor. You've snapped out of this charmed effect. You have your free will back. You have returned to your normal form, and you are no longer under these changes or influence.
All right.
You look up at Drell. What are you doing?
Drell, I don't know what that was. That was insane. What's going on? I take a look and I see all the hordes and I'm like, oh shit. So I'll stand up and then I'll Eldritch Blast anything that's on Menace off.
Menace yells at Armos, say sorry!
I'm sorry! I'm sorry, buddy. Next time, just give me the fucking bag. I mean, I'm sorry.
What? He's messed up again, Drell. Hit him.
No.
Drell grips his axe again.
It's still wearing off, I promise. But really, give me the bag. I mean, I'm glad I didn't hurt you too bad. All right, I shout over to the guys and I'm like, we gotta get out of here. I'm gonna start making a hole in a direction. If you guys have a better idea, let me know. And I shoot the 2 zombies from the direction that we came, hoping to find a hole.
Roll to hit.
A 21.
That hits.
And it does 13 damage.
Obliterated.
Yep, this thing just blows up.
And the chunks go 10 feet back.
The next one, I hit with an 11.
That hits.
And 4 damage. Wow, wow.
You blast a hole through the zombie, but it is still advancing towards you.
So I'll move as close as I can to the spot where I shot the 2 zombies. The way that we came in, we're trying to bust a hole on the way out.
We're going to go back to initiative 20 as the fire engulfs the knots. Who was 2 again?
No one.
1 was Armos. Who was number 2?
I don't know who you're talking about. Yeah, that's definitely not me.
You were 3. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I was 4. I was
no 4 is nobody.
Definitely not 2. Definitely not 2.
Are you 2?
Yes.
Oh, God. You son of a bitch! You tried to lie to me. Get
That's
negative.
called sarcasm.
Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Ha! I'm good at this. Uh-oh. I got a fucking 8.
The building close to you on your right explodes in flames as debris.
Wait, I got an 11.
As debris flies over, and with an 11 just barely grazes past your feet, taking out 2 of the crawling claws next to you.
For a second, I forgot it was a saving throw, so I added just 3 for my modifier, not the saving throw.
Drell, make me an insight check.
Easy. It's a 6.
There are a lot of zombies around you.
Yeah.
Take your turn, please.
Okay, so I'm going to turn to Treyas, and I'm just going to say, I think it's time we get out of here.
Agreed.
And I'm going to run by Menace. I'm going to grab him by the scruff of his neck, and I'm going to dash action towards the eastern exit that Armos was trying to clear a way towards with Menace on my shoulder.
You grab Menace by the scruff of the neck, and it's going to go to initiative 15. Menace.
I think at first, Menace is kind of upset, and he's like, but what about our friends, Drell? Our friends are back there somewhere. But he sees all the zombies, and he kind of bites his lip again and knows that they're the shadow smugglers. He has to trust that they'll be okay. And he does what he thinks is best for the team. And it's like, all right, Sid, let's get out of here. And he casts Entangle on the zombies to the south and try and block off some of them so they're going to have a hard time reaching us. And kind of just accept what's happening and let Drell take me away.
You go ahead and cast Entangle, brush at foliage, engulfs the alleyway, giving the zombies to the south a very hard time as they advance towards you. Go to move to initiative 10. Treyas, he looks at the horde of zombies as he starts to follow your lead. And he runs back and he stops in place and he goes, the people, they're just going to follow. Minas, is the gem still on you?
What? Yeah, I think it's in the bag. Why?
We might need to ditch the gem. We need to get rid of it. Otherwise, they're just going to keep advancing. They're focused on it. He takes a slice at a zombie next to him. What do you want to do, Minas?
We have options. We have an option.
I go, Roger, Armos, get rid of the gem. And I throw the gem at his book.
Wait,
Yes!
what?
Yes. Dude, I feel like Goku about to power up and
That's
Super
so
Saiyan.
much gold. Why are you throwing it away?
On your turn, I will let you do that if that's what you want to do.
Absolutely. If it needs to get ditched regardless.
Oh my god, I'm about to go Super Saiyan 6
Jared
up
and
in
I
this
were
bitch.
like subconsciously on the exact same page.
Well, I was thinking the same thing, unfortunately, as well.
As he sees you go from the bit to the bag, he's going to thrust his sword into the air. For a moment, the stars form constellations in the sky, and similar to the moonbeam, connect down in this brilliant moonish light to the tip of his sword, and he's going to cast Protection from Evil and Good. You guys are now buffed. Until the spell ends, every creature here, because it's a little modified here. The protection grants several benefits. Creatures of specific type have disadvantage on attack rolls, and you cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed. It's going to move to initiative 5. Armos, take it away.
I run up to where Menace is and show him my book and say, I think it's time. And I Eldritch Blast 2 things in. 2 of the closest zombies in that direction towards the way we came in.
Are you holding your book up like as a net? like a little hoop?
Yeah, waiting for the alley-oop so I can knock it out of the park. You know what I mean? No, I'm just telling him it's time.
So you blow a hole through another zombie as it's still advancing towards you.
All right. Next one, 15
Hits.
and 13.
Destroyed. Completely evaporates as the Eldritch Blast hits him right in this dumb zombie head. It's going to go to initiative 20. The sounds of groans. You no longer hear the clashing of steel in the distance, as if you were hearing guards fighting zombies, and you don't hear human voices, just the endless sea of groans. It's going to go to initiative 16. Drell.
Okay, so Drell's gonna turn to Menace. Look, I'm on board giving Armos the bigger shard, but I'm just nervous of what's gonna happen. We literally know nothing about what's going on with Armos, and look what just happened to him. We need to play this very carefully. And I'm not saying it's against Armos or anything, but like he's obviously under something. He has no idea what's happening. And as I say that, I'm kind of just saying it to Menace, and I'm going to activate my ring of jumping.
Oh.
And I'm going to jump onto the closest roof where we are. And then I'm going to pull out as my action, I'm going to pull out my grappling hook, and I'm going to drop it off the roof so Armos and Treyas can climb up easier. And then I'm gonna move along the roof as far as I can. So just a little, like about halfway down the building on the roof.
Do you like drop me off once you get up there?
Oh yeah, sure, that's true. Yeah, because I don't know what you're gonna do with the bag. So yeah.
Yeah.
I guess as we jump up on the roof, I put Menace down, and then after I do that, I'll let down the grappling hook with the rope, so Treyas and Armos can climb up.
Is going to move to initiative 15. Menace.
Ew.
What are you doing?
Listen, Drell, I'm pretty scared right now, to be honest. I don't know what's gonna happen here, but He looks at this sea of zombies around. I don't think we have much of a choice. Armos, alley-oop! And I toss the gem down towards his book.
Make me a athletics check as you throw it towards him. Armos, make me the same athletics check. If you both get above a 10, I want to say you bat this thing with the book.
Oh God.
Armos, you're obviously trying to do the absorption here.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a 7.
What if I use like?
Can I give them a help action?
No.
I have a +7 to athletics. Let me through it.
Minus, you chuck this gem, and as it heads towards Armos, and Armos is taking his tome like a bat, you both miss it wildly as it rolls past Armos about 20 feet closer to the sea of zombies.
Does
to
he
the
not
south.
have a check to like? I know I didn't throw it well, but does he have a check to like get it off of my bad throw?
Oh, I'm sorry. Roll.
And it's athletics, right?
Yeah. If you can make up the difference. He got a nat fucking 1.
Oh my fucking god!
No, I got,
Got
a 2.
And he has a
minus
-1.
one.
You missed this book
no.
like a kid who's never even played Little League trying to hit a ball off a stick. You wildly miss the tee, and this gem gets flung back 20 feet past you, closer towards the sea of zombies.
No.
It is going to go to turn 10 as the sea of zombies gain closer and advance towards the gem. Good thing that Minus put in a tangle right here, as there's a giant barricade of foliage and thorns and trees between Armos, the gem, and the sea of zombies. Trace goes to Armos. Come on, let's go. They're preoccupied. Now's our chance. And starts to bolt to the grappling hook. Armos, you are looking at the gem that rolled under your feet towards the massive group of zombies just about to break through the foliage barricade that Minus made. You definitely make it to it on your turn, but you are counting a good 50 plus zombies just like 15 feet beyond the gem.
Oh, I'm going. I take off in the direction, full eyes like an NFL receiver looking back while running straight forward and without any care of what's in front of me, and trying to get to it as quickly as I can as I see it roll on the ground towards the pack of zombies. So as soon as I get to the gem, I grab it immediately, look at Reginald, and then give him a quick nod and smack the book with the gem.
Reginald's eyes become demon-sided once again as you grab this perfect gem. Your horns grow out in a flash of fire. Reginald becomes pure white for just a moment as you grip it. As the tome connects to the perfect gem, a sonic boom meets the two forces. The gem shatters as all this blue-green energy, like a typhoon of energy, swirls inside your tome. A large sonic boom and a wave of energy explode out from the connecting point, completely knocking over all of the undead around you. It nearly puts out most of the flames from its sheer force. Everyone make me a dexterity saving throw for me, except for Armos.
Wait, even with how far away from him I am?
Yes.
15.
It's a 21.
Drell, you remain standing on the roof. Minus, you are blown back. Treus is blown back onto the roof as this massive impact spreads throughout the city, putting out most of the flames, and all of the undead drop to the floor. From the connecting point, from the tome, Drell, you can see this because you remain standing. For a brief second, you see an after image of Armos. His horns are antlered out about 3 feet behind him, engulfed in flames. Reginald is pure white and 3 times larger, like an after image standing on his shoulder. Armos also has a second demon-esque tail extending from the middle of his back out of his body. And as quickly as you see that after image, it fades. And from where the gem was, a large black puff of smoke erupts out into the sky, swirling around like clouds, and comes into this weird shadowy figure. Does that have legs? It looks like a dark smog ghost that is massive in size. And that is where we're going to end this week's session.
I fucking knew it.
Armos, are you okay?
Never felt more alive.
That is the end of this week's session. With an impactful one as all of the undead have completely dropped at the destruction of this gem. Armos briefly gains this a massive amounts of power. Drell seems what could be an alternate form of Armos, and now there's this shadowy figure in front of him. I guess there's only one way to find out. You got to find out on the next episode in session 35. Boyos, how you feeling?
Well, I was right the whole time, so. Blood shards and Armos just don't mix. And Drell apparently was the only one that's been figuring this out.
I've never had so much life and or power in D&D before. If you want to know how much life I had because of all the temporary hit points, tune into the after show.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. I've never taken simultaneously so much actual damage and emotional damage as my character.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Physical damage. That is the most I've ever been hurt in this campaign.
This is a great one. This was a fun episode. There's also a lot to keep track of, and I will share these screenshots in the Discord of how many zombies and how many tokens I had to keep track of. And it might make sense once you see the actual picture.
Yeah, that was such a good episode because I feel like there was a lot going on. I will say one of my favorite things, which I hated in the moment, but I really like it, the way it worked out, was how I just kept failing those perception checks. So I just had no idea this was like going on behind me. And I'm like, fuck, I guess I'll just attack the monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk more about that in the after show. We post after shows where we talk about the stuff that went on behind the scenes or like how we're feeling about the show on our Patreon. It's patreon.com/DND404. If you're a campfire tier or higher, then you'll be able to listen to that. It's a good time.
And if you are Humbrea's Heroes tier, you get a shout out at the end of the episode.
That's true.
We also talk about a bunch of weird stuff in the after show as well.
Yeah, usually food related.
Well, last episode we talked about what our favorite song to karaoke was. So
yeah,
if you guys want to find out weird stuff like that, after show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, totally related to D&D. Guys, please check out the socials down below. And please, if you are enjoying the show, go ahead and give us 5 stars on your favorite podcasting platform. Give us a good review and ultimately share it with your friends and family and especially your enemies.
Yeah, make them jealous.
Let them know how much of a good time you're having listening to this podcast, baby.
As jealous as Armos was that Menace had the bag shards.
Wanted that bag.
I can't wait to talk about that in the after show.
We're going to talk about it in the after show, so go ahead and join us. And until next time, have a great week. Say goodbye, everybody.
Later.
Bye.
Take it away, future me, with Embrace Hero. Bye. It's time to shout out our lovely Patreon supporters, starting with the Citric College alumni. First up, we have Ulrich Shieldusk, representing the 3 Ds. Dangerous, dedicated, and dapper. When Ulrich forges a suit of armor, it's like watching couturier Luca Mosca himself tailor John Wick's suit. Practical and fashionable. Our newest college alumni is Alara Dawnstar. Do you hear that? No? That's because monks of the astral cranes of the Ivory Copper Mountains don't make sounds when they strike. Legends say when Alara is done working out, the gym takes a break. They also say that Alara can do a push-up in a sit-up position. Oh, you feel that breeze? That's just Alara practicing her kicks 3 miles away. Moving on to Humbrea's Heroes. First up, we have Pascal Elliott, aka Charcoal Darts. She is the wild magic artist of DND404. She recently just started messing around with conceptual art, actually, and put a banana on a wall which sold to a gorilla for many rubles. Next up, we have Man with Glass with a 5-star wanted level, as it is confirmed that Man with Glass has been stealing all the alchemist beakers in Humbrea. His master plan is to crush the competition and seize a monopoly in the alchemy market. Do you know Artemis? Of course you do. Artemis is the best bouncer in all of Humbrea, who was just recently hired at a famous club in the city of Aramore, upholding its strict rules and dress code. His signature phrase when he's working is, "No shirt, no shoes, then no kneecaps." Joshua Weaver, famous bag maker, had given me a gift. Recently, he weaved me a nice carpet. Unlucky for me, it was magical and now it won't stop talking to me. Luckily, one day, we did get into a fight and the rug left, claiming he was tired of being walked all over. Last is Alex Dredd. So badass, his theme song is just a bunch of gunshots firing into the wind. Fun fact, they like to work out legs 8 times a week. Favorite activity, boxing bugbears. And his favorite food is justice. Double portion. Thanks for listening, everybody. And if you want to be shouted out at the end of each episode, go ahead and click that Patreon link down below. And we'll see you next time. Bye!